Hello, beautiful creatures of the world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. It's 21 degrees today in the far north of Maine, up along the Canadian border. We got snow on Thanksgiving Day. It's still there. There's not a lot of it. I went snowshoeing this weekend for the first time in 3 years. I got to put on my snowshoes and take a quick gallivant around the yard. There really wasn't enough snow to do it, but I was waiting no longer. There is a huge backstory on my snowshoe calamity. And I was up on my snowshoes for the first time in 3 years, and I was exhilarated as I took a quick little spin around the yard. We are in a holding pattern here. We're awaiting a huge winter storm. I'm very excited about the winter storms. I'll be excited about the winter storms until about January. By February, I'm completely done, because in mid-February, we get that whole cold snap where we are minus 30 degrees for about a week. So by February, I'm just so over this. But I'm excited because last year we didn't have any snow. We actually closed the snowmobile trails at the end of February last year. There was so little snow to be had. So there was no winter wonderland snow fun. This year, we're going to pack it all into the next couple months, and we are going to have a great time playing in the snow in our back 26, in our little private winter wonderland here in the Crown of Maine. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day wherever you might be. I hope you're having a day filled with fabulosity and dang good coffee, because you're going to need dang good coffee. The world's a dumpster fire. It hasn't stopped. It hasn't ended. In fact, it's gotten worse. Did you see what's going on with South Korea now? I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. It's all going to hell in a handbasket. That's all I know. And the Amish are going to save the United States of America. Yes, they are. They came out to vote this year. November 5th, they went out in force to vote for Donald Trump, because the Joe Biden administration sucks so bad, even they're hurting from it. Now they are in the Carolinas building tiny homes for the people who have been displaced by Hurricane Helene. They are working with Cabins for Christ. And it is a magnificent thing that people are doing. Between the Amish and our vets, people are being helped, because the Biden administration doesn't give a shit. They absolutely don't give a shit about the American people that were affected by Hurricane Helene. People are still living in tents in the Carolinas. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think that bothers the Biden administration? Absolutely not. Joe Biden is too busy pardoning his son for past crimes, future crimes, 11 years of crimes, the crime syndicate family. Nobody's going to go to jail. All that money was laundered through Burisma. And here we are. Now, his good-for-nothing kid is going to be exempted and exalted from prosecution. The other day, the Biden administration sent $725 million in arms to Ukraine. Arms that the Ukrainians can't use unless American soldiers utilize the weapons. They can't use them. They don't know how. Take some training, specialized and all. So not only are we sending these arms to the Ukraine, but we are also sending the people that know how to operate them to the Ukraine. But nothing to see over here, folks. Don't look, don't worry, it's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. We also sent $1 billion to Africa. The hell do I care about Africa? $1 billion of aid to Africa. Yo, Joe, Uncle Joe. There are people in the Carolinas that are living in tents. It is winter time. They are cold. They have children. They have no good shelter. They have no roads in parts of the Carolinas right now. It is sinful. There is evil afoot, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world. And that evil is in the presidential office in Washington, D.C. Because these people don't give a shit about you, and they don't give a shit about me. They don't give a shit about the upcoming generations in our country. However, the American people care about each other. And it is amazing to see what is actually going on in the Carolinas right now with the Amish working with Cabins for Christ. Let's take a quick look. How's that for a heartwarming sight, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world? The Amish, they're going to save America. They really are. It's absolutely a beautiful sight to see people trying to vanquish the evil and succeeding. It's absolutely heartwarming. And the Amish are working in North Carolina with Cabins for Christ. Now, I know when this story first broke about a week ago, sometimes you got to let the dust settle a little bit. There were a lot of people reporting that the counties were not allowing people living in tents to move into these tiny homes. That is not a blanket statement for the entire state of North Carolina, because there are counties that are allowing people to move into these families, to move into these tiny homes, because winter has been set upon them. There are also many, many areas in the Carolinas that have no roads. The roads are gone. They're washed out. And we have veterans stepping up to the plate once again to be of service to their community. And they are coming out and they are rebuilding the roads. Forget about the Army Corps of Engineers. It's not happening. Veterans. Those amazing men and women who have served our country because they love the United States, because they believe in our country. They are coming to the Carolinas to reestablish roads, to get life going again. It's heartwarming. Your veterans are your first responders, ladies and gentlemen, whether you know it or not. When we go into crisis, when we go into turmoil in this country, it's your veterans, your retired military in your area that's going to save your behind when the government won't help. The way we treat our veterans is sinful. When they are done with active service, when they have completed their duty, perhaps retired from the military, or worse, have been disabled during their service, they come back into our community, and often the military treats them like garbage. We have a child. Our oldest child is a disabled veteran, and our child has lived all over the country, and some VA systems are absolutely fantastic, and some VA systems absolutely suck. And we need consistent care throughout the VA system. We need to take care of these men and women who offered up their lives, signed a blank check for your freedom and for my freedom, for the love of our country. And when your government fails, such as the Biden administration has done with the Hurricane Helene aid. It's these men and women that step up and make life possible again. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, while a lot of us were sitting around our Thanksgiving table, grateful to have our friends and family around us, good food, nice warm home, gearing up for more Black Friday sales, there are still people in the Carolinas that were affected by Hurricane Helene that are still living in tents. I'm going to link in my description a link for giving to children for the holiday season. And this link comes from Appalachia's Homestead with Patara. So go on over to Patara's channel, show her some love, subscribe to her channel, and she's been working so hard. She's been working so hard for the victims of Hurricane Helene to make sure that they are not forgotten. You are not forgotten. We remember you, and we are going to continue to keep you in the spotlight on YouTube until each and every person has gotten out of their tents and into some kind of home, even if it is a tiny home. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, it is the season of giving. It is the season of thankfulness and gratitude. Hug your children a little tighter. Tell those that you love them, even if they don't want to hear it. Be the kindness that you want to see in the world. Carpe Diem, because no one promised you a tomorrow. I'll catch y'all on the next episode.